Hello everyone, welcome back, and if you're new, I'm NixiK, and today we are doing a special video. We are doing a collab. I met up with some people on Twitter, got together, and we decided to do a collab on a house. So I was in charge of the outside. SuffolkSimmer, or Meg, is in charge of decorating the inside. And then TheDiamondGirl, or Amaria, is in charge of creating the family for the home. I was really excited to finally get to do a collab with some people, and I'm super excited to see what they came up with. I haven't even seen it yet. They obviously have seen mine because mine was kind of like the base of how, Meg could do her part, and then honestly Amaria needed to see the end to create the family. So I'm going to be the most surprised out of everyone, I think, and I'm very excited to see what they came up with. When we were deciding on what type of style we wanted to do for the house, Meg mentioned a family from City Living. I went and looked at their apartment, and honestly I can't remember the name, so I'm really sorry about that, but they were kind of like obviously it was modern from City Living, and then there was also like very colorful furniture and just very cool. So I wanted to bring in the color and then kind of the modern feel. So when I was creating this house, I was trying to decide what colors I wanted to do, and I kind of picked the craziest color that I've used before on a house, and you'll see later on. But right now I'm just kind of messing with the roofing, and this is probably the hardest part for me when I'm doing a build. It takes so long, and that's why I honestly usually skip that part for you guys. But since I was just doing the outside, I took this opportunity to kind of show you guys how I go about creating roofing, because that is the hardest part when making a house in The Sims, at least in my opinion. I don't know if others think it's easy, and if they do, I want to know their tricks. Anyways, so here you're seeing me testing out the different colors. I ended up going with a pink, but at first I was just kind of I couldn't decide if I wanted to go that bold. I don't know if that's actually bold, but it was to me. And so I texted Amaria and Meg, and I was like, hey guys, is this too much? And I think they were busy or something, so I just kind of kept building, and I went for it. I put that pink down, and then later on they texted me and they were like, oh my god, yes, do it. So I made the right decision, I think. But here you see me kind of messing with the windows. When I was doing the windows and the window boxes, this is when I was trying to pull in the modern. So it's obviously a family home in the suburbs, but it's a modern style and very colorful. So I mean, it really kind of determines on what happened on the inside. So I guess we will see later in part 2, which I will be linking both those videos below. Meg's will be part 2. I will have her YouTube linked, and as well as her Twitter, and please go give her YouTube a look, subscribe, go follow her on Twitter. And then Amaria is in charge of part 3, and please go follow her and subscribe to her as well. They're both very fun people to follow. Meg does a lot of LPs and challenges. She's a lot of fun to watch because she's just a very wholesome person. And Amaria focuses on The Sims plus a couple other games. She also does Create a Sim and speed builds. But please go give them a look. But I just want to apologize in advance that you guys had to watch this struggle right here. I just couldn't figure out why the wall kept showing through the window, and I just kind of gave up and made it work. Obviously, you see I'm messing with it again. Someone actually commented on my video earlier and told me that you just can't put two things in the same segment, which I think is dumb, and we really should be working on making that possible, because it would have been so much cuter if I could have put those two windows next to each other. And I don't know, I had a vision, and The Sims, they just ruined it. But I mean, at least it's not as bad as back in the day when we had this Sims 1 and just the big square of a house that we would create. But anyways, I'm just gonna keep putting those planters around the house because that is the most important thing to me, and they really kind of complete the whole thing. All I could do was a patio plus a little bit of backyard, and I just didn't want to put in a swimming pool. I feel like that is very stereotypical plus easy. So I decided to do just kind of like a little playground with a little patio area for like the parents to sit and watch their kids. I put some sunscreen down, and it just really inspired me to kind of like make the mom similar to my own mom. My own mom would sit on the patio and water her plants and garden while I played out in the yard. That's kind of the route I went with this, is that the mom was like into gardening. I even ended up putting some gardening boxes. Now here I'm going to be doing some landscaping. Now when I do landscaping, the most important thing to me is having bb.moveObjects on, as well as using your Alt key, because those two things combined help you place the plants literally wherever you want, and that's how you make it look good. I used to actually build with just like what The Sims gave us. I didn't discover Move Objects until probably like a year ago, which is kind of sad because I've been playing The Sims for quite a while. I mean, I stopped for a little bit when The Sims 4 came out, I stopped. I was playing The Sims 3 for quite a while throughout college, and then The Sims 4 came out, and I was like, no. I heard so many bad things about it, and I just didn't want to try it. And then one day my friend was like, no, you gotta try it. So she bought me the game, and I was like, well, I mean, I have to if someone's going to gift it to me. So here I am now having a Sims YouTube for The Sims 4, because the build mode is amazing. I've literally never been able to build in The Sims until The Sims 4. I think that is probably the best thing about The Sims 4, but the gameplay, it needs more, you know? I mean, we've all said it, we all know it. It needs more. But anyways, here I am putting down all the colorful stuff. I put down pink and blue, and I just tried to go like over the top with my colors. I tried to make it a fun little patio area where like people would be barbecuing and having fun, and then I ended up doing a little playground area. But for the rest of the video, I wanted to kind of give you guys some tips on what I do when I'm building to make it a little bit more realistic. The best thing to me is those rocks. Those rocks like are just the perfect little barrier for a garden. When you're doing landscaping, I mean, it looks fine if you don't want to put those rocks there, and I actually ended up not doing that at some point in this build. But the rocks just kind of like create like a little area. You can also do a fence. I don't like doing the fence as much because it's a little bit harder. You can't put them wherever you want. Another thing is doing the shadowing of the house as well as the items around the house. So around the outside, I actually use the dirt and I line it in that way. It just kind of like makes it look like it's like a real house sitting on grass, not just like placed there. I don't know. Adds a little bit of realism to me, so I like doing that. Yeah, here I am just kind of like checking it out, finishing up a couple little things. I mean, this video is a little bit shorter because it's a one-story house and it's just the outside. But that just means that if you want to continue watching, that you have to click on the next video, which will be part 2, the inside of the house. And honestly, I will be watching it as well. It's a little slideshow of what I came up with. I really loved how it looks. It's colorful, it's modern. Thank God for that city living stuff because that's where all the color comes from. Looks like a little patio that I would love to spend time on as a kid. And yeah, let's wait and see what the other two have to come up with. I'm excited. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below if you have anything to say. I love talking to you guys, but I'll see you guys next time.